Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Tyler Crates YouTube channel. Today, we have another video with the truck. Do you remember how in the last video I said basically the last thing I haven't touched on this is the rear drums? Well, the rear drums need to be touched. I was able to get my Depstec endoscope camera in there, and there's a spring broke off, and it looks like there's like a ½ inch of like brake dust. Ford, Dana, in their, not Ford, Dana, technically, in their wisdom, decided to make it to where the axle tube has to come out. I don't know if that's always a thing. These brakes, these drums, the axle tube has to come out for, and the front bearing has to come out for the drum to come off. So, yeah, so we're going to be taking at least one side off. We're going to be taking both off, but I'm going to focus on one. It's freezing cold, kind of rainy, not really. But yeah, I'm not super looking forward to this. Didn't really want to do this. But apparently, the pads looked like they had a lot of life, but maybe it's just some broken hardware. It looks pretty dirty in there. So we are going to take this thing apart and see. Again, I am recording on my new camera. So for those of you that didn't watch that video, you can go back and watch that. Now uploading in 2K at 60 FPS. So just a reminder, if you want to select that, you can. But yeah, let's get to it nonetheless. Here we go! Alrighty, y'all. I'll preface this by saying the camera I got has been known to have, this model of camera does kind of have some focusing issues, so if it is kind of focusing weird. So far it seems like it's doing just fine. So, anyhow, took the rims off. They were 13/16, I think. I don't actually know if that's the size because the socket's so wore out, but these are 5/8. I need to put the e-brake on, apparently. Hopefully I'm not biting off more than I can chew here. Boy, like usual, ladies and gentlemen, I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just getting in here and doing it with the advent of the platform you're currently sitting watching on. Hey! I never say this. Ever. Ever. I'm not even going to say it because I don't want to be like other YouTubers. There's buttons down below. That's all I'm going to say. You feel free. You don't have to. I don't like this. I don't... If you remember, if you care enough to remember, that's on you. That's on you. You don't have to. But, y'all know how appreciative I am. Nonetheless, this is the first time I've taken axles out on this truck. Everything's a first on this truck. Are you kidding me? Look! An axle! For those of you that don't know, power out! Wheel on here! Okay. Yuck. How are those axle splines? They look like axle splines. Okay. There's already a spot where someone just grenaded on this thing with a chisel, so... So far, this is going swimmingly. Oop, dame. Yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Yeah. I didn't see nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. There's not any rust in there. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I didn't see anything. I saw nothing. Oh, dude. Dang, I did not, like, cleaning that out is not easy. That's the sucky thing, like, it's a bearing! Woo-hoo! Oh, wow, the amount of, wait a minute, what is that? Wow, this thing's got some dirt on it. For anybody wanting the part number, or knows, these are NTN. Oh, you're filming. NTN 4T-LM 104949. These are going to get brake cleaned. I can already tell you right now because they're covered in like black stuff. Like, you see all that? Like, you see that's Didn't you say that's dirty? Like, hasn't been changed in a long time. Let go, come on, let go. Let go, please, okay. Oh no, oh no. Oh my gosh. Oh, that groove is. Oh, there's dust everywhere. Oh, I just flung dirt everywhere. That drum would be so much money. I don't have that. Wow, dude. Do you see that? Oh, wow. Is that supposed to be like that? No, that can't be like that. There's your seal right there. Alright. There's your seal. There's your rear bearing. Dude, when I tell you wore out, are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, dude. Holy smokes. What in the world? Oh, I can just laugh at it. I can't do anything else but laugh. Look at how glazed they are. Dude, that was like... That's like level 100 thin, dude. Like, it's a 30-second. How did this not shear off? What in the world, man? This side's actually got a ton of life left. Oh man, and this is what broke off here. Where'd it go? This guy right here. That's what broke off, so I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is right there. You know what's really weird? I wonder how... Is that supposed to be like that? Like, seriously though, how is that so symmetrical, dude? It's like perfect. What? I mean, that's unbelievable. I'm gonna grab this. No, sorry. I'm gonna grab this. Push that. Alrighty, y'all. I just took the wheel cylinder out. These are pretty easy, obviously, to do. It was leaking out one side, and I'll show you guys here in a second, but it was leaking out one side. I replaced this section of fuel line. Oh, whoa, why is it zoomed in? Alrighty, so I went ahead and got the wheel cylinder out. I had to run to O'Reilly's real quick and get a wheel cylinder. I also got this brake pad brake shoe off. It was leaking out this side, the left side. There's the two little thingies you gotta save. I've replaced all the soft lines on the truck. I've never filmed that, and I've also had to do this here, this hard line, so all that's good, but the wheel cylinder was bad. So I also took this off here. This e-brake spring is broke right there, but I'm not super worried about that. I don't think. This thing applied the e-brake just fine originally, so it's gonna apply it probably super fantastic now. Here is the part numbers for my truck. I'm not affiliated with this or affiliated with O'Reilly's, but this is what O'Reilly's had. This is one side, and then this is the other side. These are 1-inch bores. So the numbers are the same except for 6 versus 7. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys so that's the old wheel cylinder. This is the new one. The design is different. The manufacturers obviously use less material because they're cheap. You can see the outside of this wheel cylinder is bigger, but the bore is 1 inch. So just pop this off here. You can see that was obviously leaking for a long time and is disgusting. So yeah, I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna go clean it with a whole bunch of brake clean. I'm gonna make sure the brake clean and brake dust drain into a pan. and I will clean the surfaces off where the shoes ride, and then it should all go back together. Alrighty, y'all, it has been a little bit. I just went ahead and got everything on. I'm obviously trying to do this before it starts pouring rain. I think I got everything on. I got everything back to the way it was originally. I just used these needle nose locking vice grips, and use some white lithium grease, put it there, and down there. I ran this one, I think here, it's what I could see online as it goes from that hole to, there's behind this. And then the red guys there and there. This shoe's kind of sitting weird when I actuate the thing. It wants to slide up, which I don't know why that is, because everything I think is right. I cleaned this out. So this here is a self-adjuster slash adjuster. I just went and took that out, cleaned it on the wire wheel, and put NICs in there. So I think I'm pretty much good to go. I hit the drum with some 120 grit sandpaper just by hand, just to maybe knock off anything that was like there. The drum's pretty much ready to go back on. So yeah, I think this is done as far as I can tell. I've been looking online at pictures, and all the pictures seem to look exactly like this, so I also had to get I already told you about the wheel center. Put those in. It was kind of a pain in the butt. I had to connect them together with this green guy and kind of like fold them on. And then I kept them on with this down here. And they were kind of wanting to fold in, but once I got that self-adjuster on, or the adjuster and this thing on, you have to feed that behind, and I had to make sure this cable was routed there. But once you get that on, it kind of helps close everything. I had a problem with these here. These were kind of a pain to get into those little notches, but it wasn't too bad. I'd say all in all probably like 10, maybe 15 minutes. The kit has these guys. I don't know what these go to. I don't know if they're for another, I'm just not honestly sure about that. So I also don't know where these go. I really need to actually look this up and see where these go, because there's two of these. No, wait a minute. I think actually this is supposed to be this, because, well, wait a minute here. What's the difference between these two? Is there a difference? Oh, there's a massive difference. Okay. I need to look that up and see what the difference is there. Alrighty, after watching someone online, I just did a couple things. I put some white lithium grease on there for the seal not to get broken on, and I also had to run this wire in between the red spring here and the pad, the pad metal. But everything else looks right. This looks right. I don't know what those other blue springs are for. I'm honestly not sure. So all the videos and all the pictures I've seen don't have the blue spring, so maybe it's for another setup. Who knows what all that goes to in terms of like being universal. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to get the drum on and get this thing back together. Alrighty, everybody, we got the drum back on. I don't have the nut for this size, so there was already little marks, but I just chiseled some more marks in with filed some deeper marks in. I was able to use a punch and a hammer. I watched online. I guess it's kind of, you do this by feel. I don't really know. I feel like it could be a little tighter, and it's not hitting. I actually took it back off because I had the adjuster too far out. So when you put this together, make sure your adjuster is all the way in and adjust it out, because it was hitting the pad and giving me a false reading. But I'd rather have it loose than tight, and obviously there's no in and out play, but alrighty, y'all, we're on the other side here. This side's much less worn out, as you can see. So on that side I tightened the axle nut down. I don't have the big nut for it, the like 2 and whatever nut that size. So the inner nut is the nut that seats the bearing, and then there's a washer that you fold tabs over, and then there's an outer nut. The inner nut, I just hammered it down with a chisel not super tight. You saw it, I'm pretty sure, in the previous clip. But these both didn't have any preload on them. They were like tight and then backed out an eighth. And the bearings and the seats look amazing. So whatever someone did had to have been working. It must have been working. Otherwise, they'd be all jacked up. So I'm gonna have to go back over to that side, take the axle back out, loosen it, retighten it to where it just starts to get tight, back it out an eighth. There's a whole procedure you can do, like, that involves like torque specs and all this stuff. The whole reason I'm not doing any of that is because I don't have the nut, and I don't really need the nut because I've seen multiple people do it with just doing it by hand, by feel. So seems like the census is don't get it too tight. Rather have it too loose than too tight, which, you know, you really don't want either, but too tight and it will weld itself and lock your axle up probably. Yeah, I'll just go back over there, tap it back loose with the chisel, and then retighten it and do all that stuff. So it's you saw it spin. I think it's supposed to spin freer than that, because both of these were exactly the same. They were tightened and then 1/8 turn back, so they were like barely loose. So, and I saw online that these bearings are not supposed to have any preload on a forum or two forums, for sure one forum. So I don't know. In the forum, actually had a picture of a manual. I don't know what manual was, but it said the bearings shouldn't have preload. I guess, I don't know. And these are also used, so they're not going to wear in. Normal new bearings wear into the race, and vice versa, or maybe one way. I don't know. Anyways, so I am going to just take all this off again. The way I did these is I grab them with the needle-nose pliers here, push on them with a screwdriver right there. Those come off super easy. And then there really isn't. I saw some people struggling to get them on there. It's really not that bad. I actually just reversed it. I grabbed this with the needle-nose pliers, get them really tight. Grab onto it and just kind of keep your fingers up here, push in, and it just locked right in. It was really actually super easy. So I'm gonna get this all stripped down. Another thing I forgot to mention, the kit did not come with this stud or the kit. The stuff I got from the auto parts store did not come with this stud here for this actuator locking arm dealio, and then it did not come with that. So I had to pound that out with a hammer and bend those tabs and get that out. So yeah. Oh, what am I doing? Everything is wet over here. Okay, let's see here. These. Let me see. This is not going like the other one. That is super annoying. Really? If I can grab it like this on the end, push it, and boom. Okay. This wire has to go around this, down through here. Like so. And then it's going to get hooked around that, right there, which that is correct. Okay, this guy needs to go behind into, I don't remember which hole it was on the other side. Oh, wait a minute, it's got to go like, which one was it on this side? I don't remember. I'm just gonna go like that. I think it went. Oh gosh, my knees are hurting, man. Yikes. Yeah, just slide right down it. Make it really tight. If you want to play that game. You know what? This needs to come off. I'm gonna say that's where that went. I don't know that for sure though. Oh, my knee. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's supposed to be purple. not blue. And take this, pull it back, go like, why is this? Okay, there we go. Those, that, the spring, kind of works. Ta-da! Done. I'm gonna double check and make sure that's where that spring goes. Oh, my knees. It's getting dark. Of course. Of course. Ouch. Alrighty, everybody. It is currently the present day. This is after I went camping, of course. I just wanted to close this out. I gotta hurry because my battery's about to die, but everything's going fine so far. On the way back from the camping trip, which was many, many miles of driving at like 45 or 50, this axle did get warm. It didn't get like hot, but this definitely got, when I say definitely, like it just got warm. It didn't, the other one didn't get warm, this one did. Further looking online, these are supposed to have like 1 to 8 thousandths of end play or something, so I did it to where I could just hear it going like clunk, 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 but it wasn't like, I couldn't see it. Like it was, I mean, barely. And it was actually about what it was previously, which was an eighth off. The issue I was running into, now that I remember this because it's been many, many weeks, was when I tightened the outer nut, it would tighten the inner nut and it would make it tighter. So I actually had to go like past an eighth, and then when I tightened the outer nut, I beat the outer nut down hard with a chisel. There's a spec for all this, but I don't have the socket, so obviously it did fine. Held the camper, and the other side did fine too, so I figured I'd just end it there. I checked the rear end fluid and I didn't film that. There wasn't enough that came out for me to be worried about it. I don't even know how much came out, maybe like a couple ounces. There wasn't, I took the plug out of the rear end and like I stuck my pinky in there and it was level in there. So I can't think of anything else to add to the video. It was pretty simple, honestly. It actually was pretty easy. It's about to start pouring rain again, it looks like. So I'm gonna head out. Alrighty, well, without further ado, the Lord watched over me, obviously, on the camping trip. You can go watch that previous video, and I hope the Lord Jesus is watching over all of you, and I will catch you in the next one. God bless.